this volume up. All right, you ready, Glenn?
Let me ask you, when I answer your question, if this is different than what you know, you tell me so I can correct myself. Sure. But during the 1980s and 1990s, this was a very big deal. And then sometime, either in the late 1990s or early 20s, it was pretty much recognized that if you're a Vietnam veteran in a certain place in Vietnam under certain conditions, you just automatically qualified for the help that we had from Agent Orange, and to qualify for the programs accordingly. Now, if that, I don't think you need more legislation. So if you have veterans that have problems with that program, then what you should do is have them get a hold of Dave in my Des Moines office. He works with veterans, and see how Dave could help. Because I think it's a case of do you qualify or not qualify. But there was hardly any, for almost 20 years, there was hardly any willingness on the part of the Defense Department and the VA to recognize that there was a special class of people with Agent Orange problems that ought to have help that other veterans would normally get.
What do you think about that?
Well, he's missing the whole point of the Agent Orange. The coverage was pretty much 2/3 of Vietnam. The heavy concentration of the chemical does not really show up on early onset. It is a late onset, meaning in life is when it affects you. And for the 1985 through the early 90s, that was supposedly covered by the chemical companies, which turned out to be a false pretense. They paid off as cheaply as they could for the ones that settled. Then it was more or less forgotten by the government, and now it's just trying to get things going again and running into more stonewalling. Well, it's your age that is actually affecting you, not the chemical. And in some sense, it's true, but your age works against you when you're trying to fight off what this chemical has done to you. So together, it really, and I'd be glad to go face to face with Dave or Chuck on this subject, because I know exactly what it's doing to me, and if they'd like to discuss it with me, anytime.